Our next inductee is from the sport of football. A graduate of Bethel Park High School, took his gridiron skills to Penn State University, was a running back for 4 seasons, and won the Red Warrell Award in the spring of his senior year. Upon graduation, he was named the freshman coach and began a tenure that would last for 33 years on the Penn State coaching staff. Beginning as a running backs and kicking coach, he became the offensive coordinator in 1984 and assistant head coach in 2000. The number of All-Americans and professional football players that came out of Penn State during his era are too numerous to mention. His offenses were always near the top in the national rankings and was named Assistant Coach of the Year in 1994. He's now in his 5th season as Associate Athletic Director for Football Administration, Penn State's own Fran Gantner.
Thank you. I'd first like to congratulate the other inductees that are up here with me tonight. It's an honor to be included in such an outstanding group. And I am proud to say that there are 2 of us up here from Bethel Park, Coach Burke from Bethel Park High School, and I've always been very proud to say that I'm a Blackhawk. I've also been very proud of the fact that I grew up in Western Pennsylvania. Wonderful people with an unbelievable devotion to their sports teams. A loyalty that's hard to find anywhere in the country. Sports are important to the people of Western Pennsylvania, and being inducted into this Hall of Fame is truly an honor for me. I want to thank the board of the Western Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame and all the people that helped make this night possible. One of our former players once said of me at a roast, "Fran is well known in unknown places." And he was right. But it's because of a lot of help from others that I'm receiving this honor tonight. Coaching life can be tough on a family. Fortunately for me, I was blessed with an amazing wife and 4 great sons who never made me feel guilty for the time I had to stay away from them. My 3 sisters, all Penn Staters, their husbands, my nieces, and nephews were totally into Penn State football. They agonized with me when we lost. They celebrated with me when we won. And no matter what the outcome, they always made me feel that we were all in it together. I want to thank them for that tonight and thank them for being here. Besides my mom and dad, my coaches were the most influential people in my life. I can name every one of them since I was in Little League. Art Kahn, Jim Farrell, Joe Nicoletti, Ray Bauer, Don Reno, Tom Carmody, and my great head high school football coach, Dan Galbraith. I want to thank them all for being such great coaches, great role models, great men. Because of them, I can't remember ever wanting to be anything else but a coach. I wanted to be just like them. Playing for Joe Paterno at Penn State was a privilege. Coaching for him was an honor. As a young coach, he was my mentor and my teacher, and I learned so much from him about doing things the right way. He never let coaching become a job for me. It was a challenge. I was also very fortunate to work beside some great and some of the finest college football assistant coaches in the country. Guys like Dick Anderson and Ron Vanderlinden, who are here tonight with their wives, Bob Phillips, Mad Rad, Dan Radakovich, George Welsh, Earl Roos, J.T. White, Jim O'Hora, Frank Patrick, Joe Serra, Jerry Sandusky, and Jim Caldwell. Working with those guys every day, you couldn't help but become a better coach and a better person. I'd also like to thank my new boss at Penn State, Tim Curley, our athletic director. Tim's here tonight with his wife, Melinda. I really have a great job as the associate athletic director at Penn State. Tim, on paper, is officially my boss, and he works over in the Bryce Jordan Center. And my office is over in the Lash football building right beside Coach Paterno's. So Tim thinks I'm over there working for Joe, and Joe thinks I work for Tim. So they both pretty much leave me alone, and I get to do my own thing. So Tim's a great athletic director, and he's so loyal to all of Penn State's coaches and former players. I'd like to thank him for making the arrangements for my family and the other Penn Staters to be here tonight. Lastly, I'd like to thank all the players that I've been associated with at Penn State. great athletic ability, but even greater character. Great players, but even greater teammates. They were leaders, fierce competitors, and winners. They taught me far more than I ever taught them. I'm being honest when I say I feel very self-conscious about accepting this award tonight because I don't think of myself as a Hall of Fame coach. I've attended this banquet before, and I've always enjoyed walking through the hall and looking at all the plaques and the names of the Hall of Fame coaches. Art Bernardi, Pete Anmarino, Jim Render, the great John Bruno from York, Rip Shear, Pat Tarquinio, Joe Hamilton, Phillips from Montour, and two of my Bethel Park alum buddies, Joe Daniels and my good friend and high school teammate, Mike Westhoff of the New York Jets. Tonight, there are three other great coaches that will join them, Joe Bashofsky, Joe Harry, and George Novak. I'm not even in the same league as those guys. But for my family, my coaches, my fellow coaches at Penn State, all of the Penn State players, I humbly accept this award on their behalf because they're the reason that I'm here tonight. Thank you.